The witness of Marek, who lives in Poland. His life began to change as he started reading the Great Controversy. He decided to keep the seventh day Sabbath. He read that the smoking is bad, and he decided to quit it, but he couldn't. As one on Saturday, as he was passing to the street, he saw a poster which offered a 5-day stop smoking classes, and the address was Seventh-day Adventist Church. Marek had never heard about this denomination before, even though after reading this Great Controversy and visiting the Seventh-day bookstore, but still he had never heard about it. So Marek went straight to the church, and he saw the poster outside the church, which was about the Great Controversy, and he felt that he was in the right place. And since it was 2 o'clock in the Saturday afternoon, the church was normally empty and after the worship services. But then there was a group of literature evangelists that were staying at the church at that weekend. They invited Marek to return the next Sabbath morning for the worship. So Marek came back next Sabbath, and he enjoyed the sermon about Jesus. He was amazed about the kindness that the churchgoers showed to him. And they also told him about the large group of young people who would be meeting in the nearby city the next Sabbath morning. They invited him also. And on the next Sabbath morning, Marek waited by a road for the Adventist to pick him up. He waited and waited, but the Adventist seemed like he had forgotten him. There was two voices that sensed within him. One voice said that stay outside and enjoy the weather, and the other said wait here because it's still important that you go to this meeting. After a while, the Adventist showed up and took him to the big meeting of 1,000 people. And the church service amazed Marek. So every single word that was spoken in that service was very meaningful to him. And the preacher was a British pastor from London. He spoke till noon. Then the preacher knew he was exceeding the time, so he said that I know that I'm supposed to end now, but I know there's somebody here who needs Jesus. Marek thought that how did the pastor know about him, and the pastor also started sharing about his personal story, as how he was born into a religious family and then left church. He started doing drugs and got addicted in drinking. And how his church and his mother stopped praying for him. Then he added on telling, then I met Jesus. He says that he took up from the bottom where I was, and now I'm here to tell about his power, and he can change your life. So pastor made an appeal that day telling, if you want Jesus to change your life, just come to the front. But Marek saw 1,000 people in the crowd, and he hesitated to come forward. He felt uncomfortable. The very next sentence of the pastor addressed his doubts, telling that do not look at others, just come, and it's just between you and God. So Marek stood up, and he couldn't sit anymore. He went in the front. As pastor prayed, he understood the plan of salvation for the very first time. He felt that he was living a bad life, and Jesus had taken his place on the cross. And he felt that Jesus saying to him, you are free to have place in my kingdom. Marek began to cry, and nobody could stop him. He was really happy that day. As pastor was concluding the prayer, he said that as you are going for the lunch, tell everyone what Jesus has done for you. And Marek took pastor's words to his heart, and after the meeting he went bench to bench, person to person, telling that I have met Jesus, and he said that he's changed my life. From the very day he met Jesus, Marek wanted to engage in a work where he could change other people's life. Today he has been a youth director for the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Poland. He says that with my youth ministry today, I really feel that God has saved my life, not only for his kingdom, but also for his physical death. While he was studying in the Adventist seminary, he learned that one of his childhood friend, Matthew, was found dead with a knife in his heart. He had been using drugs a lot, and no one knows what happened. And he was just 23. And the other friend, Martin, who thought him to sell drugs, ended up in prison for 7 years. But then Marek was really happy that God has chosen him and he is given a great life. He really wanted to help young people find their purpose in life sooner than he did. His intentions are like, maybe hearing his story, the young people would come to God even more fast than how he could. So he's really thankful for God for saving him that day, and he's thankful that God has given him everything. Today he has been a youth leader of Seventh-day Adventist Church in Poland, and also a speaker in Hope Channel Poland. He's a local affiliate of Hope Channel International also. He's thanking us for this 13th Sabbath offering, which was given in 2017 to help build a television studio for the Hope Channel in Poland. Thank you.